Fleet Commander Jack Harlow stood rigid at the back of the war room. 6 alien generals sat around a curved table, their scaled and tentacled bodies shaking with laughter. On the main screen played footage of human soldiers fighting against a Krell invasion force on Mars colony. "They use projectile weapons," wheezed General Vox, his 4 eyes watering. "Actual metal pieces propelled by chemical explosions." "And look at how they move," added Admiral Zex, pointing a clawed finger at the screen. "So slow, so fragile." Jack kept his face blank. As the only Centaurian in the room, he was already an outsider among the high command. His species had joined the galactic hegemony centuries ago, but they were still considered newcomers. "Enough entertainment," said Supreme Commander Draz, wiping his eye ridges. "Let's discuss the conquest schedule. The Arcturus system is secured. Proxima Centauri has surrendered. Next is this human world, Earth." A holographic map appeared, showing a small blue planet. "Such a primitive species," said General Vox. "Their fastest ships take years to reach their own neighboring planets. Yet they've repelled 3 Krell scouting parties," Jack said quietly. The room fell silent. All eyes turned to him. "Through luck," snapped Draz. "Nothing more." "Perhaps," Jack said. "But they adapt quickly. Each Krell attack was repelled faster than the last." Draz waved a dismissive hand. "We'll assign you a small fleet. 20 warships should be enough for these humans. Don't waste resources we need for worthy opponents." The door slid open. 2 guards dragged in a bloody figure and threw him onto the floor. A human male, Jack realized. His uniform was torn, but Jack recognized the insignia of Earth's Defense Force. "This one was captured on the moon outpost," said Draz. "He killed 15 Krell before they subdued him." The human raised his head. His face was bruised, one eye swollen shut. Blood trickled from his mouth, yet somehow he was smiling. "Your name?" demanded Draz. "Alex Reeves, Earth Defense Corps," the human said, his voice surprisingly steady. "Serial number 7SUNM34A. You find your situation amusing?" Draz leaned forward. "Just thinking about history," Reeves said. "Lots of empires thought they were invincible right before they fell." Draz struck him across the face. The human spat blood but kept smiling. "Take him to interrogation," Draz ordered. "Extract whatever tactical information his primitive brain contains." As the guards hauled Reeves up, Jack caught his eye. Something passed between them, a look that made Jack's spine tingle. "Commander Harlow," Draz said, "you'll oversee the Earth conquest personally. Perhaps dealing with these humans will sharpen your edge." Jack bowed. "As you command." As the guards dragged Reeves past Jack toward the door, the human suddenly stumbled against him. Jack felt something pressed into his hand. "They always underestimate what they don't understand," Reeves whispered. Before Jack could respond, Reeves straightened and pressed his tongue against something in his mouth. A small click sounded. The lights went out. Emergency alarms blared. The room plunged into chaos. "What's happening?" Draz shouted. "Ship-wide power failure," someone answered. In the darkness, Jack felt the small object in his hand. It pulsed with a faint warmth. He closed his fingers around it as the emergency lights flickered on. Reeves was gone. Jack stared at the small device in his palm. It was unlike any tech he had seen before. A simple metal disc with a pulsing blue light. The war room had returned to order after the power failure, but Reeves remained missing. 3 weeks later, Jack's command ship entered Earth's solar system. He stood on the bridge, watching the blue planet grow larger on the main screen. "Scans show primitive defense satellites," reported his second-in-command. "Their largest military bases are concentrated on these continents." Jack nodded. "Any sign of advanced weapons?" "Nothing our systems can detect. They appear exactly as intelligence reported, a developing species with basic space capability." Yet something felt wrong. The escape of Reeves, the strange device, now locked in Jack's private quarters, and the reports of failed Krell invasions. Humans should have been easy prey. "Sir, we're being hailed," said the communications officer. "From Earth." "Put it through." screen changed to show a human face, a man with short gray hair and sharp eyes that seemed to look right through Jack. "This is Commander Sam Vance of Earth Defense Forces. You are entering restricted space. Identify yourself." Jack stepped forward. "I am Fleet Commander Jack Harlow of the Galactic Hegemony. Your planet has been scheduled for integration. Surrender now, and your people will be spared unnecessary suffering." Vance's expression didn't change. "We respectfully decline your offer, Commander Harlow." "You cannot win this fight," Jack said. "We have 20 warships, each can destroy a continent." "Perhaps," Vance replied, "but I suggest you scan the space around you more carefully before making threats." Jack signaled to his tactical officer, who ran a deep scan. The officer's face paled. "Sir, there are hundreds of small objects surrounding us. They weren't there a minute ago. Mines," Vance explained. "Currently inactive. A demonstration of good faith." Jack felt a chill. Their sensors had detected nothing until now. "You have stealth technology," he said. "We have many things," Vance replied, "including knowledge of your fleet movements for the past year." Jack thought of Reeves and the device. "You have spies in our ranks." Vance smiled. "Let's discuss terms, Commander. Not surrender, negotiation." Before Jack could answer, his tactical officer shouted, "Sir, 3 hegemony cruisers have just entered the system." Jack turned. "I ordered no reinforcements." The largest cruiser hailed them. Supreme Commander Draz's face filled the screen. "Commander Harlow, your time is up. The Council grew impatient with your careful approach. I will handle this primitive world myself." "Sir, the humans have hidden capabilities." "Silence. Move your ships aside." Jack looked back at Vance, who was watching calmly. "You have 1 hour to surrender," Draz told the human. "Then we attack." The transmission cut off. "Commander Vance," Jack said quickly, "you must understand they will destroy your cities one by one." "We're counting on it," Vance replied. "Check your private quarters, Commander Harlow. The device Reeves gave you is more than it seems." The transmission ended. Jack rushed to his quarters and found the disk glowing brightly. It projected a hologram showing Earth's defense plan and the trap they had set for Draz's ships. Jack stared in shock. The humans hadn't been preparing to fight the hegemony. They had been preparing to hijack it. Jack watched in horror as Draz's ships moved into attack formation. The hologram from the disk showed exactly what would happen next. He had to make a choice. "Sir, Supreme Commander Draz is ordering us to join the attack line," his second-in-command reported. "Delay," Jack ordered. "Tell him we're having engine trouble." The bridge crew exchanged nervous glances. Disobeying Draz meant death. Jack stared at the main screen. Draz's flagship fired the first shot, a massive energy beam aimed at Earth's largest city. But instead of hitting its target, the beam curved upward, split into 3 parts, and struck Draz's own support ships. "What just happened?" gasped the tactical officer. The comm system crackled. "This is Commander Vance to Fleet Commander Harlow. As you can see, we've developed energy redirection fields. Your commander's weapons are now our weapons." Chaos erupted across the hegemony fleet. 2 more ships fired, and again their energy beams twisted back, striking their allies. Explosions bloomed in the blackness of space. "All ships cease fire," Draz screamed over the open channel. "It's a trap." Too late. The humans launched their own attack, hundreds of small fighters appearing from nowhere, swarming the larger hegemony vessels. They moved with impossible speed, their pilots pulling maneuvers that should have killed them from G-forces alone. "Sir, what are your orders?" asked Jack's second-in-command, panic in his voice. Before Jack could answer, his ship rocked violently. Boarding alarms blared. "We've been breached. Multiple entry points," shouted security. The bridge doors slid open. Alex Reeves walked in, no longer bloody and beaten, wearing sleek combat armor. Behind him stood armed humans in similar gear. "Hello again, Commander Harlow," Reeves said. "Time for that talk." Guards raised weapons, but Jack held up his hand. "Stand down." Reeves nodded to his team, who secured the bridge while he approached Jack. Your Supreme Commander made a mistake, Reeves said. He thought we were primitive because we choose to appear that way. How long have you been watching us? Jack asked. 50 years. We intercepted your first scout ships, learned your languages, studied your technology. We've had agents in your ranks for decades. Through the view screen, Jack watched Draz's flagship burning, its engines dead. Why reveal yourselves now? Jack asked. Because of you, Reeves said. Our intelligence suggested you might listen. We don't want to destroy the hegemony. We want to change it. A new transmission came through. Commander Vance now standing in what appeared to be Draz's command center. Supreme Commander Draz has been captured, Vance announced. His ship is under our control. The rest of the fleet has two options. Retreat and face the hegemony's punishment for failure, or stay and hear our proposal. Jack looked at the tactical display. Half the hegemony ships were disabled. The others were surrounded. What's your proposal? Jack asked. The hegemony is controlled by species who believe strength comes only from conquest, Vance said. We believe differently. Join us, Commander Harlow. Help us build something better. Why would I betray everything I know? Jack demanded. Reeves handed him another disc. Because of what you don't know, about your own people, about what the hegemony did to your homeworld. The disc activated, showing images of Centauri Prime before the hegemony arrived. A peaceful world. Then came the invasion, the subjugation, the lies told to Jack's ancestors. They didn't save you from extinction, Vance said quietly. They conquered you and rewrote your history. Jack felt his world collapse around him. Everything he believed, everything he fought for, all built on lies. Outside, the battle raged on, and Jack had to choose a side. Jack stood in the war room of Earth's hidden moon base, surrounded by human military leaders. The images of his true history still burned in his mind. 3 days had passed since he made his choice. The hegemony will send a larger fleet, Jack said, pointing to the holographic map. They'll arrive in 2 weeks, 50 ships at least. Sam Vance nodded grimly. Can we count on your crew? Those who stayed, half requested transport to neutral territory. And the other Centaurian commanders? Jack's jaw tightened. I sent the truth to all of them. 3 have pledged to join us. The others... He shook his head. Reeves entered the room, his face tense. We have a problem. The hegemony has deployed planet killers. The room fell silent. Planet killers were forbidden weapons, massive ships capable of cracking a world's crust. How many? Vance asked. 5. Already past the outer system defenses. Jack slammed his fist on the table. They're breaking their own laws. This goes beyond conquest. They're afraid, Vance said. Not just of losing Earth, but of the truth spreading. Jack looked at the humans around him. Their faces showed fear, but also determination. No panic, no surrender. We need to hit them before they get in range, Jack said. I know the weaknesses of planet killers. They sacrifice shields for weapon power. Vance nodded. We'll need to get close, very close. I'll lead the attack, Jack volunteered. Not alone, Reeves said. I'm coming with you. The plan came together quickly. A small strike team would board the lead planet killer using Jack's command codes. Meanwhile, Earth's hidden fleet would engage the other ships. 6 hours later, Jack sat in the cockpit of a stealth shuttle with Reeves and 4 human soldiers. They approached the massive planet killer, its hull bristling with weapons. Transmitting codes now, Jack said. The planet killer's hangar shields flickered, allowing them entry. They landed among the hegemony fighters. Guards coming, warned one soldier checking sensors. Remember, Jack said. We need to reach the core. Nothing else matters. They moved through the ship's corridors, Jack leading the way. His Centaurian uniform got them past 2 checkpoints before the alarm sounded. They know, Reeves shouted as energy blasts hit the wall beside them. The team ran, firing back. 2 human soldiers fell. Jack felt a blast graze his arm but kept moving. The core is through that door, Jack said, pointing ahead. Reeves placed explosives on the door. Cover your ears. The blast tore the door open. Inside, engineers scrambled for weapons. Nobody move, Jack ordered, stepping in with his weapon raised. From a side entrance, a tall Centaurian appeared. Jack froze. Mentor Krell, he whispered. The older Centaurian's eyes narrowed. Jack Harlow, my greatest disappointment. You lied to me, Jack said. About everything. I taught you to serve order, Krell replied. These humans bring only chaos. They showed me the truth about our world. Krell laughed bitterly. Truth? They showed you what they wanted you to see. Enough talk, Reeves said, moving toward the core controls. Krell drew his weapon with lightning speed. Jack saw it happening but couldn't move fast enough. No, he shouted. Reeves turned just as Krell fired. But instead of hitting Reeves, the blast struck Sam Vance, who had somehow appeared in the doorway behind them. Vance fell, a smoking hole in his chest. Jack fired 3 shots into Krell's body, dropping his former mentor. Sam! Reeves rushed to Vance's side. Jack secured the core as Reeves cradled the dying commander. How did you get here? Jack asked Vance. Vance smiled weakly. Followed you. Couldn't let you have all the fun. The core is ours, Jack reported. We can disable all 5 planet killers from here. Vance gripped Reeves's arm. Do it, then tell them it's time for Phase 2. Phase 2? Jack asked. What's Phase 2? Vance's eyes locked with Jack's. The part where humans stop hiding. Then Vance closed his eyes and went still. 1 month later, Jack stood before the Galactic Council. The massive chamber held representatives from all 108 species of the hegemony. Many seats remained empty, those belonging to the military leaders who had been arrested after the failed Earth invasion. Fleet Commander Harlow, said the Cindy Arbiter, the temporary head of the council, you stand accused of treason against the hegemony. Jack stood tall, wearing his Centaurian uniform with New Earth insignia added to the shoulder. I committed no treason, Jack replied. The true betrayal was the lies told to conquered worlds, including my own. Murmurs spread through the chamber. Many counselors had never heard this version of history. You allied with humans against your own kind, the Arbiter said. I allied with truth, Jack countered, and now I bring you an offer from Earth. The chamber doors opened. Alex Reeves entered, followed by a delegation of humans in formal attire. The counselors stared in shock. Many had never seen humans in person. The human delegation will not be recognized, the Arbiter declared. Then you will fall, Jack said simply. Just as your fleet fell. Silence filled the chamber. Everyone had seen the reports. 5 planet killers disabled, 30 warships destroyed or captured, the rest retreating in disarray. What is this offer? Asked a Trellan representative from the Outer Rim. Reeves stepped forward. Phase 2, screens around the chamber activated, showing images that made the counselors gasp. Massive human fleets emerging from hidden bases throughout the galaxy. Advanced cities uncloaking on supposedly uninhabited worlds. Human outposts on planets the hegemony thought untouched. We've been here all along, Reeves explained. Watching, waiting, building. Impossible, the Arbiter whispered. We could have destroyed the hegemony years ago, Reeves continued. But that's not what we want. What do you want? Asked the Trellan. Partnership, Jack answered. A new galactic alliance. Equal representation for all worlds, including those you conquered. The chamber erupted in shouts and arguments. The Arbiter banged his gavel for order. You expect us to simply surrender power? He demanded. We expect you to survive, Jack replied. The choice is simple. Evolve or be left behind. A new hologram appeared, a galactic map showing human influence. It covered nearly half the known systems. We offer technology sharing, open borders, and mutual defense, Reeves said. Or we can continue this war. Your choice. The council debated for hours. Jack and Reeves waited patiently. Finally, the vote came. 62 for alliance, 46 against. The motion carries, the Arbiter announced reluctantly. We will begin transition to this new alliance. Later, Jack and Reeves stood on an observation deck, watching ships come and go from the council station. Vance would be proud, Jack said quietly. He is, came a familiar voice behind them. Jack turned, shocked. A holographic figure stood there, Sam Vance, looking exactly as he had in life. How? Jack gasped. Human technology, Vance's image said. We've been transferring consciousness for decades. My body died, but I uploaded before the final moment. You knew you might die, Jack realized. It was always a possibility, Vance nodded. But some risks are worth taking. What happens now? Reeves asked. Now we build, Vance said. The hard part begins, creating something that lasts. Jack looked out at the stars. The generals aren't laughing anymore. No, Vance agreed. But someday they might join us in something better. Genuine joy at what we can accomplish together. The hologram flickered. I need to go. There are other operations requiring my attention. Other operations? Jack asked. Vance smiled mysteriously. Humans have been busy, Commander, very busy. This galaxy is just the beginning. As Vance's image faded, Jack turned to Reeves. Is he serious? Reeves just smiled. Why do you think we work so hard to make peace here? Outside the window, a massive human ship emerged from hyperspace, unlike any design Jack had seen before. On its hull, beneath Earth's insignia, were words in multiple languages. To the stars beyond,